question is, are you ready for some football? It's the football team and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
Here comes Andrews. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And incomplete to open things up. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now Thompson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. He's taken down at the 23. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times to interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Marion. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Marion. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Njoku. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Here comes Andrews. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 94 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Here's Thompson. He's got a man. That's Marshall. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
The throw over the middle taken in. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Bridgewater to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? This is Penny, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Elijah Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Andrews. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a handoff looking right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead
looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
On second down now,
Marion. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Washington on third down.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
He's going to air one out for Anderson.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
On first down,
Marion.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Samuel.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
So that'll back him up 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. Gets past 1 man. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Now, Charles, it's the 2nd quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the 2nd quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to throw again.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on. And he coughs up. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Out left to Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater looking for his running back, and he's got it.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Andrews.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Thompson now throwing on first down. Complete. It's Johnson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thompson. Complete to right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Thompson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw is Thompson. A final shot before break. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryant. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded just inside the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Thompson.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Off the play fake. Thompson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Falcons. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He's been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he...
And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swing. Door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coach. Scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in. Tackle the ball.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Thompson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Andrews. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Thompson from the gun on 3rd down. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. That one goes for 8 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Bridgewater. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Quincy Roche.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Thompson. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll look to throw again.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off play action, Thompson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The quick slant caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
and the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Marion. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Got a man. It's Brown. Brown has the first down and much more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
You got it. You got it.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Andrews. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Thompson throwing after the interception. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this.
Come on, fellas.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Here's Thompson on first down. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense...